Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. My name is Ahmed Zayed. I'm from Gaza. I'm a Georgetown student studying international politics. So the Al Jazeera interview happened after we had been staying at the UNRWA school for around a week and a half or 2 weeks. So I was standing on the railing, the stair railing outside the classroom we were staying in the UNRWA school. Next to my dad, he's puffing his cigarette, and I see the Al Jazeera crew pulling in, getting their equipment out, and they're shooting interviews. They're filming interviews with people in the school, right? Trying to capture the suffering of the people and whatnot. And that just caught my eye. I was like, this is exactly what I'm looking for. This is the perfect opportunity for me to express everything that's inside of me. And I look up to my dad, I'm like, Baba, you know, I need to go speak to to uncle there. I need to go tell him what I'm going through, what I'm feeling, what I'm seeing, what I'm thinking. He goes, son, just shut up and go inside, make sure everyone's fine and stay safe. I don't want to lose you too. I was like, no, but I need to speak. He's like, son, so many people before you spoke. Ban Ki-moon, who was at the time the UN Secretary General, our president, all the politicians in the world, no one cares about us. Why would someone give a shit about you? Why would someone care about you? He went downstairs to go to the supermarket, get cigarettes. I walked downstairs, I went to the guy. I was like, Uncle, I want to speak on camera. And he saw an 8-year-old, you know, bratty kid. He's like, oh, inshallah, son, when you grow older, come back and I'll record you and I'll interview you. I was like, no, I'm not some kid you can lie to with these words. I know what you're talking about and I know what I want to say and I need to say it to the people.
شوف حالتنا يشوف أولادنا كيف مرتمين في الصفوف قاعدين على البلاط لا في فراش ولا أكل ولا مي ولا كهرباء. هذه حياة هذا حصار هذا أكبر.
I started speaking. I started crying. I got emotional. I was just literally saying what was inside of me, what I was feeling, what I was thinking, which is normal, but I think for the world, hearing those words from a kid was unsettling, right? It was not normal. I didn't know that at the time, of course.
أنت ما شفتش هذه الحياة اللي بتصير فينا نتكتل إحنا ما نشوفش إلا الموت والإصابات والجرحى بفتح التلفزيون ما لاقيش إلا تشييع جنازات ولا قصف ولا دبابات ما لاقيش برامج أتسلى عليها ما لاقيش صور متحركة ما لاقيش برامج أتعلم منها كل تشييع جنازات ودبابات قصف دبابات وطيارات. ليش بيسووا فينا هيك الشعب الإسرائيلي؟
But the Al Jazeera basically made a sort of a promo clip out of it, right? And they played it on repeat on Al Jazeera TV screens. It's actually available on YouTube, I think. And Sheikh Hamouza saw it here, saw the clip. God bless her, Her Excellency Sheikh Hamouza, Her Highness Sheikh Hamouza bint Nasser. She saw the clip, she insisted that I would come to Qatar to be honored and given a reward for something like top 5 most influential journalists in the world because of that clip. Obviously, I wasn't a journalist. And she wanted to also offer me, meet me and my family, and offer me and my dad the opportunity to stay in Qatar, which she did. We stayed here, we stayed for a month. We came here, we stayed for a month. It was very, very tough. Leaving Gaza, it was very, very tough. We had tried for months and months to leave, and finally it worked after a lot of attempts and a lot of setup. It worked. We came to Qatar, we met Her Highness, and yeah, we were invited to stay in Qatar, and we made the decision to stay. I remember my mom used to call me like a couple of months, a month and a half, started a month and a half, a couple of months after they went down to Gaza, end of 2022. My mom used to call me crying, begging for me to get her out of Gaza. Like she would literally tell me, Ahmed, if I die, know that I died because I'm in Gaza. It was unbearable. And this is a woman who spent around 35 years of her life, around 35 to 40 years of her life in Gaza. She knows what Gaza is like. Her whole family, her whole being is in Gaza, and it was still almost impossible for her to cope. That's how inhumane the situation was in Gaza. This is entirely before October 7. Of course, Gaza was much better before October 7 than it is now, but it was still horrendous. It was still unbearable, and people don't understand that. I mean, it was under blockade, under a siege, an entire blockade, full-fledged blockade since 2005. So what do you expect? A country where 80% of people are unemployed. What do you expect? Yeah, she would call me crying, saying, please get me out of here. I don't care if you send me to Mauritania or Australia. I don't care, anywhere, but not Gaza. I can't live anymore. I can't see my kids suffer like this anymore. It taught them a lot, but it took so much from them too. It was a very tough call. But as I said, for my father at least, this idea of like dignity, homeland, is worth more than, you know, the materialistic gains that Qatar has to offer. It was, I think, around 27 January 2025 when my uncle, who I hadn't spoken to for a very long time, he called me on WhatsApp, and he started, his voice was breaking, his voice was shaking, and he goes, Ahmed, I know you are strong. I know you can go through this. I go, Ammo, how many of them are gone? Like who's gone? Who's dead? Who's left alive? He goes, everyone is good. Everyone is alive? Yes. But your dad is between life and death. Okay. We kept in contact, me and my uncles, exchanging documents, all the necessary stuff. The pigs refused to evacuate my dad for treatment multiple times, even after a lot of pressure, diplomatic, humanitarian. My uncle calls me, Ahmed, call me tomorrow I'll call you tomorrow at 11 a.m. To inform you what happens and the next steps. But for now, khalas, you can rest assured, sleep well. Your dad is good, safe hands, everything is going according to plan. Alhamdulillah. I call my uncle. Ammu, what's up? Where have you been? I'm expecting your call. Did the Qatari guy contact you yet? Did you arrange everything for the evacuation? He goes, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, your dad is a martyr. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, inshallah khair. He goes, Ahmed, I don't want you to go all soft on me now. Like, if you think you're in a bad situation because you're alone, I'm alone, right here, next to your dad's corpse. No one's with us. Whatever you're going through, I'm going through a million times over. I need you to stay tough. No, uncle, there's nothing to be soft about. There's nothing to cry about. This is a badge of honor that we will proudly wear for the rest of our lives. He is a martyr. Inshallah, he will be a shafi'ah, he will intercede for us, basically, on the day of judgment, inshallah, and don't worry about it. I hang up, I prostrate, do sujood, alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, accept him. But I couldn't cry in that moment. I couldn't weep in that moment. It generally still hadn't settled in. And then the most terrifying part was, how am I going to tell my family? I called my brother-in-law, Muhammad. My dad is a martyr. He's dead. He was like, okay, don't tell anyone. I'm going to go back home. I'm going to turn off the internet so your brother and sister don't have any access to information, so that we can tell them at our own pace. And may God make this easy. There is no easy way to do this, but we will do it eventually. Later that night, eventually everyone found out. For the first 24 hours or so, couldn't shed a single tear. Then I had time to sit alone with myself, and then it hit me. That night, I spoke to my mom and siblings, to give the aza and the ta'azi and condolences. And after that, they sent, they started sending me pictures of my dad after he was martyred. Oh my Lord, he was so beautiful, like genuinely a shining bright, a full moon. He was smiling, he was shining with nur. It was absolutely amazing, and that's when I broke. I couldn't stay calm after that. Yeah, the genocide alone, living through the genocide alone while you have family and loved ones undergoing the actual genocide is a very different experience. I don't think, there are two faces, in my opinion, to this genocide, two kinds of experiences, two kinds of suffering. Gazans who are outside Gaza with loved ones and family in Gaza, and the Gazans who are actually in Gaza, who are, of course, undergoing the genocide itself in Gaza.